Now I'm going to try to, on the fly, um, train for two other animations, Joyful Jump, um, and then also Kiss. So I'm going to add two parameters to my Bucky, Love, and Joy. So let's go Joyful Jump first. So I go Bucky 0. I'm going to say, uh, we'll start with 0, 0. I don't need to actually use that as parameters yet. I can just do the training, I believe. It's hard to keep this all in your head. So my question is going to be, question is going to be 1, 1 on Joyful Jump, and the answer is 1. Joyful Jump. Uh, and I will train that on, we'll do the retraining on, we can ignore node connected. Let me just make them small. New input, 1, 1, 1. And okay, let's fire it off. So I'm in idle, and it's this guy. Let me go to the scene just so we make sure we understand who's who, because I have naming issues. It's not a geisha, it's a ninja. Get to that eventually. Um, so Bucky 0, Joyful Jump, and new input, 1, 1, 1. Answer is 1. I'm going to retrain them all. Okay, that's good. So yeah, just I retrain a bunch of times. Yeah. So I've trained it for Joyful Jump, and now let me retrain it to turn off Joyful Jump. And I'm going to do odds. So I, I'm looking at binaries right now. And so any modulus will work here, and it'll eventually add that modulus. But right now, I just want every other piece of my training set, every other entry in my 40 element training set will be actually trained to 0. So let's go ahead and give that a proper try. Train. So I retrained that a bunch of times. It's just a little bit of Joyful Jump. Now I got to change my question. And I believe now I do that by actually changing these values. So if I turn joy up to 1, 10, okay, better. I think I have to train a little bit more. Oh, but it's not turning down the idle. So I still got, or it's actually not. Well, let me just really crank this. Okay. So yeah, it's strange because the scalars on my inputs seem to be different. And that's something I have to normalize. But if I go joy 100, joyful jump, joy 0, crouching idle, joy 50, I have to normalize these values. So this is kind of a combination. What if I go 10? So that's just a little bit of joyful jump, no idle. And too much T-pose, which is interesting. Uh, yeah, so I still got to, yeah, that's the mystery of it. But it's just been retrained for joyful jump. And so let's see what happens if I just go ahead and add some aggression. 100. That's interesting. The aggression is trooping it. Not enough aggression to do anything, but okay, let's turn up anger, aggression, and joy. It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of all three. I haven't trained for love yet. Uh, but you see, I think it's evident. Uh, how that this actually can work, and I can retrain and retrain. So I'm going to turn aggression and anger to zero, and then I'm going to go back to joyful jump because there's too much T pose in there. And so I'm going to, what am I going to do on joyful jump? Um, I'm actually, let me just put zero in my, oh, it's getting overridden, right? The question's getting overridden by the input value. Yeah, maybe I should train on the input value to normalize it. I'm not sure yet. Um, I'm getting an answer of 0.39. So I got to get that answer up higher. Um, so my new input will be 111, or is it 1110? I don't know. I'm still around that question of what are my input training values. I would retrain. I'll retrain. What did I did? I did odds. So I'm going to retrain evens. Oops. Wait, I want to retrain evens to do the same. Okay. So that's much better. Or did I retrain the odds? But now I have to ask the question of 000 and get it back to idle. Let's see how it goes if it goes back to idle, if I dial joy down to zero. Not enough. So now I need to train a little bit more on zero. So we go to joy. Uh, joyful jumping. Where'd it go? There it goes. Joyful jump. Uh, my question is going to be zero. Yep. My new input will be zero, zero, zero. And in this case, I'm going to retrain the odds. Okay. More or less. And now let's test the result. I'm going back to bucket zero and turning up joy. Okay. So joy at 10 is good. Joy at zero is good. This is what's called supervised training. There's still see a little bit of joy in the idle, but I'm going to go with that. Good enough for now. Um, so great. I've just trained my network for what do I have now? Three behaviors: idle, aggression, and joy. Aggression, anger, joy. The next thing I want to do, though, of course, is to uh, make a different set of reactions based on the player that we're encountering, or let's just stick to the two NPCs. Who are they? And so I'm thinking, because I have this question zero and this question one, there are two inputs to equal one output. One of the inputs should simply be uh, a one-to-one mapping to the animation, and the second input is actually who am I interacting with, and that is where I think I'll be able to achieve the result, the goal that I'm after.